Hello everybody, welcome back to the Final Fantasy X HD Remaster. So I'm actually going to start out here with some sphere grid and like leveling up. Here again, very important, I saved my last ability sphere for Waka, to activate the extract ability node. And at that point again, I'm stuck with Yuna. Now she has whatever, like something like 4 abilities to try to learn there, and no spheres to, or no ability spheres to learn those abilities with. Titus also sort of stuck here, which fine. And honestly, it worked out okay. Yuna was the only one that was really hurting for, or like I just couldn't move with her. So yeah, she's got 9 sphere levels built up. So I did a bunch of leveling off screen, and if you notice there, so Yuna's up to, whatever, sphere level 12. And I used Waka's extract ability a bunch of times. And yeah, really built up my supply of ability spheres there. And yeah, so, finally able to then learn a bunch of stuff with Yuna and kind of move on. And yeah, really, actually, honestly, happy with how that played out. Though, also, it's weird, I don't really remember being so starved for ability spheres at this point. I really kind of wonder if, there's something to what I had mentioned. Boy, I mean, this is already a bunch of videos ago, but normally in Besaid I at least farm just a little bit. I don't go, super overboard, but I usually farm just a little bit outside the village. And I could have swore that we used to run into I think it's the Garuda. It's the big bird thing that we, have, that we do the 2 tutorials for. And again, I could have swore that that was a place that we could run into more of them, but I never seemed to get into any other battles with those. So, it's either not there, or or I just got really unlucky. I guess either way, it doesn't really matter. But again, at this point, I was incredibly starved for ability spheres, and so also none of the enemies here naturally drop them here in the Kilika forest. And so really, the extract ability from Waka there is pretty pivotal to being able to kind of continue to develop our characters there. So, all right. Anyways, how are we looking here? At this point, if you notice, I'm kind of heading down to the. I guess I'm going clockwise with Kimahri around the center. And eventually I head on over to the lower left-hand corner. Wow, I didn't... That's interesting. I could have... I'm a little surprised that I didn't go down and activate those couple of nodes down there, but... yeah, I guess I just didn't. Huh, interesting. But, yeah, so anyways, like I said, I think that... and again, also, I don't think that extract ability was even in the game before. So that specific sphere there for Waka, I don't think that was... God, now I'm so rusty on, kind of the original grid and what we were able to do. But I could have swore that the only way to kind of switch what an enemy would drop as far as spheres go were the items that we can buy in the Calm Lands later on. So that's my that's from what I remember anyway. Was that, yeah, again, that we wouldn't be able to, I guess get that ability. So but yeah, whatever, now we can. So it works out all right. It looks like I did even just a little bit more. That seems weird. Yeah, but Waka only has 1 sphere level? That seems strange. Oh, yeah, so I think at this point, or hopefully I actually used one of those MP spheres with Waka. He's got an open spot there. So I don't know if I mentioned this before, and for like the newer players, there's actually, there's obviously a bunch of open spots on our grid here, and normally we just go by them, right? And it's unfortunately a little bit of a waste, but there's not a whole lot we can do about that. But there are items that allow us to fill a node, and then we can, so first you fill the node and then you can activate it. But they're pretty rare, especially at the beginning of the game. Towards the end, we'll be able to get a lot of them, but as of right now, not so much. So anyway, so here's the MP sphere. Again, I think that it's a good idea to give one of these to Waka. That's going to increase his MP by 40. That's a big chunk for somebody that, doesn't have a whole lot of MP. And then I wanted to save one more for Titus. Unfortunately, though, he's kind of stuck in a portion of his grid there. And you can even see probably 4 or 5 levels out still, there's no empty spots for him. So unfortunately, he's just going to have to suffer with kind of poor MP for the time being. Maybe had I not, leveled maybe so much early on and moved past all of his empty spots, then it would have been less of an issue. But I did, so too bad for me. But also, we do have it's called a luck. Well, we can make a luck node. I didn't catch actually what that thing is called. Is it just a luck sphere? That might be it. But it adds a luck node to the grid. Unfortunately, though, we don't have a fortune sphere to actually activate it. Meaning that if we just threw it on the grid right now, sure, we'd have a luck node there, but we'd either be stuck there waiting for a fortune sphere, which is, probably how it would play out. And so anyways, not a good idea. Don't use that luck sphere there. Let me just see here. Yeah, luck sphere. Let me just check when we get our fortune sphere. I know it's not too far in the future. Ooh. It must be after Luca. Wow. Yeah, actually it kind of is a ways up. So yeah, like I said, definitely don't add that to the grid quite yet. Where is this thing? There it is. Wow, yeah, it's way up. Yeah, we're looking at probably 2 hours from here. So again, if I haven't made it really obvious, make sure that you're not putting that in the grid quite yet. But all right, anyways, so this person here I think had an item for us, and did I miss it already? I bet I did because I wasn't looking. But there should be, I believe, one more, so we'll have to track that other NPC down. Or is it just the same one and she moves? I'm not sure. No, that doesn't really make sense. Most of the time, when an NPC gives you an item, they won't give you additional items. But yeah. Anyways, let's keep knocking out some of these battles. This area is not too bad. Honestly, it's an all right place to level. Aside from not being able to get any ability spheres naturally. So again, definitely make use of the extract ability there from Waka. But all right, yeah. On our way, sir. All right, yeah. So here we'll just speak to her. Of course, now I can't see because this tree is in the way. But there, okay. So we get a remedy from that NPC. And it does kind of look like they're not the same person. As far as enemies go here, also honestly nothing really that dangerous, other than maybe you could argue the Ochu is kind of nasty. But I also thought that I'm probably just confusing this with an enemy later on in the game, but I for some reason I was thinking that seed cannon actually confuses you, but I'm betting I am thinking of another I guess, like version of this enemy, but that we'll run into, you know, later on in the game. But yeah, again, nothing too dangerous, I guess, here. I'm just trying to look at the... Maybe does the killer bee even poison? I don't think I ever got poisoned, but I also might be running around with, you know, at least something. Well, I don't know. I was going to say maybe something that's protecting me from poison, but I don't know if that's the case. I feel like I probably don't have much in the way of poison protection quite yet, but... Okay, let's see here. Learning some stuff with Lulu, I guess. Got a level of Titus as well. And Kamari, I think Kamari's kind of stuck there now as well, though. My plan for Kamari is to make him another thief. To kind of... Well, it's funny. Normally I do a bit more leveling early on, and so I'm actually able to unlock like stealing with Kamari prior to getting Riku, but I don't think I did that this time around. I think I actually, yeah, I probably got them at about, so basically I think I got steal with Kamari at pretty much the same time as when I actually recruited, or when we actually get Riku. So, you know, normally I would be able to steal a little bit before actually getting her, but you know, not this time around. I think part of the rationale though for that as well was that I just didn't really want to level a bunch of the other characters, you know, prior to getting her, because it feels like kind of a waste. You know, because then she's not actually able to, you know, participate in any of the fights, and thus not able to, you know, get any AP or experience, or however you want to look at that, right? I guess technically it's called AP in this game, but yeah, so I waited a little bit, and honestly, I don't know. I guess I'm okay with that. There was part of me that was like, oh man, you know, but am I missing something that, you know, I could have got sooner by having a thief? But I looked at pretty much anything that was available, and there's really nothing to be concerned about. So no issues there. And I'll be honest, I really wanted to play Blitzball again. I know that it's not everybody's cup of tea, but man, I really like Blitzball. It's grown on me more and more, I feel like, as I've played the game. And you know, probably the first time I didn't like it so much, but probably also though mostly because I didn't really know how to play that well. And then I feel like, and on top of that, the first game that you play, it can be pretty brutal. It can be really difficult to win. But so yeah, probably a couple of reasons why I didn't like it so much, or as much at the beginning. But all right. Anyways, we are making our way up. We're almost at the end here, and we'll be heading on up to the Kilika Temple. There's a little foot race here, and yeah, there might be some cheating, but anyways, I'm actually going to cut the commentary here. We'll do we'll race up the stairs, and then there's going to be a boss up at the top. But yeah, I'm going to save that for the next one. So, all right, as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.
Oh, oh. These stone steps have a history, you know. Yep, Lord O'Holland trained here at his peak.
A race, huh? Think you can beat me?
Yuna, if you would.
Ready?
Hey! Hey!
Ah, huh? Hey!
Kids.